it's you, I'm back here with Destinies, Destinies, woo! So happy to be back with Destinies. I haven't recorded it in like a week because I've been sick. It's such a frustrating thing. I love playing games on this channel because it's extremely gratifying to be like, to have a first reaction captured in that way. But what it means is I don't get to play the game unless I'm recording, which is just like, I've been like thinking about this case ever since we last recording and just like, God, I can't wait to play that. Which is even worse because like normally it's like, okay, fine, I'll set aside some time tomorrow. I have homework to do, whatever. I'll put it off till the day after. I'll record this today. But then I get sick and it's like, well, I can't record Ace Attorney if my voice is like disgustingly horrible. So I just gotta wait. It's so frustrating. And on that note, can we just talk about how Sasha's life is just pure tragedy as far as we know it? She's got a heart condition at 22. Her sort of mentor, trainer friend, dies in a mysterious accident, as does her boss like a year later. This is only after she learned that her boss dies after she learns that she's not going to be in her favorite show because of said heart condition. Her orca takes the hit for both of those deaths, and then she gets arrested for it. But it is very much in keeping with Ace Attorney. There are a lot of characters in Ace Attorney that it's like, including Phoenix and Maya and like a lot of the important main cast, where like tragedy befalls them and they just have to smile and keep going, because if they don't, they will just die of tragedy because it's just way too goddamn sad. And also, I was thinking about reasons why they might change the Swashbuckler Spectacular song if they did so. And maybe they did just because since there was a murder going on, they didn't want everyone to have like a violent negative image of Orla and the pirates. So they changed it from being like about robbing people of gold. They just changed it to like exploring the ocean and having fun. Like maybe it was just an image thing. Of course, it doesn't explain why DePlume would hear the older song on yesterday or whenever the murder happened. I still suspect that someone else played the song over the intercom, because we also said already that she can't do two tricks at once, and the singing counts as a trick somewhat. So you think if she couldn't do the lifesaver thing while singing, which we don't think she could. She probably couldn't, like, she wouldn't have been in the headspace to sing while headbutting a rock enough to cause herself to bleed. Anyway, we have just a few more things to clean up in this investigation day, and I think it'll be back to the trial, maybe even today, so I hope for that. We've got to talk to Dr. Herman Crab, though. We've brought Rifle back for him.
Oh, it's you people. I see you brought Rifle for me.
Rifle was really laying into you.
Well, she hates me because she thinks I took her baby away from her.
Boop. Gee, Rifle looks so happy. Is she actually playing with Sniper?
God! Stop all this cacophony!
The biological parent and the caregiver parent locked in a struggle over their child. What? I mean, not for the reason you would expect, though, when with a setup like that.
Do you think you could hold this silly mother penguin down for me?
All right, I will try.
I mean, she usually listens to Pearls. Pearls with her naturally zen ways. What are you doing? I think Rifle just threw something up.
No, I'm getting food for Sniper out of Rifle. Mother penguins suck up food for their babies in their stomachs. They break it down in there so that it's easier for the baby to eat.
Wow, you sure know a lot about animals.
He's a vet. What do you think?
You're trying to pick a fight with me again, aren't you, young lady? Yes, I know a lot about animals. I'm a licensed veterinarian.
Also, I glossed over it before, but this is a hilarious take on resident veterinarian.
Rifle certainly is in a bad mood, even for her.
Wonder why that might be. They're also putting a heck of a lot of emphasis on her. I wonder if she's going to become especially important in the later parts of this case. Is there any chance that you know about this capsule? Oh, no, right. We said we're not going to ask him about that. Oh, let's ask him about some other stuff, though. Did you know I'm a lawyer?
Don't waste my time with useless nonsense. I'm sleepy, I tell you.
You won't even glance at it. I guess it's probably going to be the case for most of it. Let's just check anyway. I'm curious if there's special dialogue if you try and show them the pill. I really love it whenever it's like there's something you're not supposed to show someone and your partner character's just like, dude, just don't. Shipley's data.
Son of a gun. How could you die before fulfilling your promise to me?
Mr. Shipley promised you something?
He promised he would make Ship Aquarium the greatest aquarium in the world. It was because of that promise that I agreed to become the resident vet here.
So you were just a regular veterinarian before this?
That's right. Big or small, there is no living creature I cannot treat. Would you like me to examine you?
What? You can treat people too? You're amazing, Dr. Crab.
I was joking, of course. Oh, you walked right into that one.
You're awful, Dr. Crab.
Okay, so that makes him amazingly awful. I guess it was seized from our residence, so I guess that makes it evidence enough, but it feels like I shouldn't be allowed to show people this without her permission. Okay, there's no funny dialogue for the capsule, unfortunately. I absolutely adore it when it's like, the game is like, we shouldn't show this person this just yet. We might be able to use it in court, and then if you show them anyway, and Phoenix just like, hey, by the way, your friend's just like, no, we just talked about this. Oh, sorry, don't worry about that, never mind. Rifle's condition, though, let's have a chat about this. Is Rifle okay?
Hold on. I'm checking her now.
God, with what?
Go in the strange outfit. Could you turn Rifle over on her back, please?
All right, Rifle, I'm just going to turn you over, okay?
Oh,
What's this? The bottom of her feet are pink.
looks like paint to me. They said that, Sasha painted this just today, right? Or like, it's been left to dry since the early hours of the 20th, right? So, oh, that's what this is about. Oh, I see. Weird. I can bet that's gonna be relevant, though.
Oh no! What kind of sickness is that? We have to get her to a doctor!
Athena, get a hold of yourself. Dr. Crab is a veterinarian, remember?
It's just something she stepped in by the looks of it. It's her stomach that's the problem. There's still something in there. Here we go. Looks like she swallowed something odd.
Oh, the charm. Oh, God, this gets weirder by the second. All kinds of strange details going on with this penguin. Why is the penguin so heavily involved?
I know this penguin will eat anything, but where did you pick up something like this? Son of a gun. I'll have to talk to Marlin about her care.
Dr. Crab, may we see what was in Rifle's stomach?
Please be quiet, I'm busy right now.
Busy? But you're just staring at that weird machine.
I'm checking to see when Rifle ingested the foreign object.
He just keeps looking at that machine. He won't even glance our way. Now I'm really curious to know more about his monitoring system. Yeah, it must be pretty damn advanced if he can tell when she ate it from that system. Could you tell us about the monitoring system you have there?
Sure, I'm not that busy. It's a collection of electronic medical records for all the creatures here. With this system and the camera footage, I can monitor the creatures 24/7. I won't tell you any more than that. It's private company business.
But medical records are usually just a history of past medical exams and data. I never heard of anything that can monitor 24/7.
Good point, Mr. Lawyer. I can see there's no fooling you.
But why would you want to fool me? Oh dear. For psyche lock related reasons. At least it's only 2. This guy's gonna be a tough nut to crack.
I have my reasons.
What happened to that information to anyone who wants it kind of thing? Although I'm allowed to use it now, and I've been told kindly in the comments that you're not actually normally allowed to even try and break it before you have the requisite evidence. So we probably do. But I'm curious about the charm before we carry on here. Huh? This looks like the charm Sasha had. Dr. Crab, do you know anything about this charm?
Charm? Hey, leave that alone. That belonged to Azura. What was Azura's charm doing in Rifle's stomach?
That's odd. When Sasha was telling us about the charm earlier, Sasha said that she had Azura's charm, but that charm is still at the detention center. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't Sasha say that Azura and her boyfriend had matching charms? So this second charm must be the one that belongs to Azura's boyfriend. Dr. Crab, is it possible this charm belongs to—
I refuse to talk about such personal details of the deceased. Subject closed.
All right, he sure is touchy when it comes to Azura. Charm added to the court record. Discovered in Rifle's stomach. It might belong to Azura Summers' boyfriend. Summers' boyfriend. Azura Summers. Yesterday was the anniversary of her death, wasn't it?
That's right. She was killed by the Orca.
Do you really think Orla killed her? I don't believe it.
Who can say if the Orca did it on purpose, but the fact remains that she killed Azura. I was right there the day of her death a year ago. I saw the Orca bite Azura with my own eyes.
Why aren't there any bite marks?
But is that really the whole truth of what happened?
I guess only Orla knows what really happened, both a year ago and this time. But we will, if we look harder.
Take that!
And also use magic. Alright, sorry. I'm afraid I have to breach your brain with subliminal messages and funky facts and logic. The monitoring system. What else can it tell you? Does it monitor the biologies of the people at the aquarium too, or something crazy like that? I want you to tell me about the monitoring system here.
You don't let up either, do you, Mr. Lawyer? They're just electronic medical records and feeds and security cameras. With these, I can monitor all the animals 24/7.
And I say that's not true. I have proof that you can't monitor the animals 24/7 with this system. Oh. I do? Oh, otherwise he would have known about this? No. No, not that. We said we're not supposed to show him that. Like I said before about this game, it's because with like an action game or something, like sometimes it's embarrassing if you die a lot on a hard boss or whatever. But then the time you get it, you do it. You get a run where you do everything right or right enough. But that's the trick of a starter game, since it's not the same. Every time you get it wrong, it gets a little bit easier. Because you've eliminated a possibility, which is super frustrating because it means that if you fail long enough, you're gonna get it just by default. And of course, because it's a logic game, that's your experience of the game for your entire life, unless you magically forgot everything. But even then, some part of you will still remember. Either what Phoenix, I have to say, is that obviously that's not true. Otherwise, you would have known, because we had to call you in when Orla went down. Or it's something about Rifle because she's always running away. Or maybe I give the charm because obviously she swallowed this massive thing without you noticing. This thing is not small. Look, it's like the size of someone's hand. For a little penguin that's like the size of a penguin's head. But the sturdiest thing is probably that we had to come and get you for when Orla went down, so take that. Nope. This is the evidence that you can't monitor the animals 24/7.
And the only thing that evidence proves is that you're mistaken, Mr. Lawyer. Ugh.
I guess I got it wrong. But I still say it can't be true, and that's because I have proof that you can't monitor. What would prove that? Unless they want me to say that because of the show, you can't always be monitoring the orca, but it monitors remotely somewhat, right? I gotta get back on my game for this case, I'll never win this trial. Or do they just mean to say because he's not allowed in the orca pool, so he wouldn't be able to? Well, it's about this. I don't know what the system is capable of, which is why I'm having trouble determining what would prevent the system from being able to work. The only thing I think it would be like a blackout. But he's saying you can monitor the animals remotely. So, or am I meant to mention that Orla had scars on her and stuff? Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna try the charm, then the security camera, then the luminol photo. Take that! Nope, you can't monitor Orla because you're not allowed in that room. Yeah, can't monitor Orla because if you could, you would have known about this stuff, obviously. Bugger! Oh, with this system and the camera footage, I can monitor them 24/7. Okay, but it starts at 10 a.m. Okay, I got it. I thought he was saying that his monitoring stuff was separate. God, thank God I actually figured it out before just guessing. Right, of course. You can't monitor 24/7 because you're using the inbuilt security footage, which starts at 10. Understood. I thought he said his monitors, they were like a direct lifeline, like he had put chips in them or something to measure their pulse and whatever. The security camera doesn't begin recording until 10 a.m. If that's the case, how could you possibly monitor the animals 24/7?
Okay, you got me. I guess that was a pretty weak explanation.
I don't know, it fooled me for like a good 10 minutes.
You're right, I guess I can't monitor the animals 24/7. But if I see anything unusual in the camera feeds, I can spring to action right away. And if I can examine them, I can usually tell exactly what's going on with them.
Wow. He's really confident in his abilities. But I still say you can't do that 24/7.
But I'm here at the aquarium most of the time. I can go anywhere at any time to examine an animal.
Anywhere. I say that's not true either. I have proof there's a place you can't go, and this is where you say the security guard. Got it, okay. Take that! The only people who have access to the orca pool room are the owner and Sasha. So how can you say you can monitor all of the animals?
Yeah. Son of a gun. So you knew about the security card, did you?
Unlock successful. After a bit. I still liked in the older games where you had a health bar and your soul would explode if you if you got too many wrong. I mean, it never actually let it explode. There should have been a game over screen for where your soul dissolves and Phoenix just falls over and dies in the older games. And this one.
Yes, tighter security was imposed on the orca a year ago as a precaution. Due to Sasha's objections, I wasn't allowed to have a card.
I guess she was trying to protect Orla from him. Right, because apparently he was carrying around poison for her every day. So you're monitoring the animals with a system that's private company business, but I have to insist you tell me about this monitoring system.
No, you're trying to pick a fight with me? Very well. I suppose it's only fitting that the spoils go to the victor. I'll tell you about Shipshape Aquarium's Ecological Data Organization System.
Ecological Data Organization System? Yes, please. So what does that machine you were using do?
It's a system of ecological data organization developed in Europe. I call it the Torpedo. What do you think? Pretty impressive name, isn't it?
I guess. Torpedo? As in, man the battle stations and all that?
No. It's the name I gave to this data organization system. Torpedo. It stands for Tele-Observation Real-Time Pertinent Data Organizer.
Quite a name. I wonder if it's super admin restricted. I was hoping you would say that. I wonder if it's super admin restricted desktop access pass protected. In other words, Sparta!
The Torpedo collects data through sensors placed on or near the subjects. Temperature, heartbeat, vocalizations, etc. It gathers information 24 hours a day.
Oh, so you do have something like that, and you can monitor them 24 hours a day. So what does it matter if the security footage... Well, obviously it would be easier if the security footage was also there.
All this data is then sent to my terminal and these monitors.
Wow, this torpedo sounds amazing. Does Rifle have a sensor on her too?
I figured it had to be something like that, because look at all the data going up in the background.
Yeah, she does. Where and what kind of sensor is attached depends on the animal. The penguins have theirs attached to the ID tag at the base of their flipper. The Torpedo doesn't tell me where Rifle is when she escapes, though. It's hard to attach sensors to the ochre of fish, so theirs are on the tanks themselves.
Ah.
Places where the creatures don't normally live, like the show stage, don't have sensors. Okay, here we go. It's telling me the time Rifle swallowed the foreign object. Approximately 4 a.m. on July 20th. What an odd time.
That was when Sasha was doing the cleaning.
Maybe that's why she wouldn't take my fish, because she was full from the night before? But at least Orla ate it, so that's okay.
Focusing on the right things, I see, Athena. Good job, good looking out.
Orla ate another animal's food? That's odd. She's never done that before. And then she had that episode, too. I better take a look at her data.
I would hope you would have done that when she collapsed from who knows what, like an hour ago.
Yeah. She didn't eat anything from the evening of the 19th to yesterday afternoon.
So Rifle had a late night snack, but Orla went hungry, huh?
Appears so. But let's see. She's been eating normally since yesterday afternoon. Come to think of it, Jack was supposed to feed Orla yesterday morning. Maybe he died before he had the chance.
I'm worried about Orla's condition. I better remember this torpedo data. And by writing it down. Torpedo data shows that Rifle ate around 4 a.m. on July 20th, but that Orla didn't eat anything. Meaning that pill that was in her system had to have been given to her today, right? Or, yesterday afternoon at the earliest. Very interesting. I still wonder why he wouldn't tell me about the torpedo. Dr. Crab, why did you want to hide the existence of the torpedo system?
Well, it's a system that has also been approved for use in other countries, but it hasn't been legally approved in this country yet.
Oh, I see.
That's why I always carry this terminal around with me. It's not something I want the police poking their nose into.
But you're okay telling lawyers?
You mean you're breaking the law?
Which is why I was keeping it a secret. It would create a problem for the aquarium. I had Jack's permission. He felt the animal's care was more important than the legality. But we wanted to shield the rest of the staff, so we kept it a secret.
Noble in a way.
But breaking the law is breaking the law!
But in some cases, lives can be saved by breaking the law. Do we simply allow the lives of our animals to be lost while we wait for the laws to change?
Now you're twisting things around.
I'd like to use this evidence during the trial tomorrow, but it may result in you and Shipshape Aquarium being brought up on charges.
Well, I followed my own convictions, and I have no regrets. You're only doing your job. I can't blame you for that, Mr. Lawyer.
I appreciate that.
Beep, beep, beep.
Wait, that doesn't sound like, the baby penguin. That sounds like an alarm clock or something. What's that sound? Another penguin?
That's my ringtone.
Bye, I guess.
Gee, Dr. Crab sure likes cute things.
Maybe you wanted it to sound like Sniper?
Hello. Crab speaking. Son of a gun. You people again, stop harassing this aquarium. Orla was found not guilty. Why on earth would she be put down? Huh? Come there on the 26th and explain. Fine. Just let me write it down in my... Son of a gun. Where did my calendar go? His calendar. Could he be talking about that calendar? I realize that. If it comes to that, I'll use the drug to euthanize her.
Mr. Wright, he said euthanize her.
We better ask him more about this. I should try presenting that calendar to him, too. Please tell me that was the Center for Dangerous Animal Control asking you for money and stuff. Who was that phone call from?
Son of a gun. You heard that?
How the hell could we have missed it? We were in the same room. Who didn't hear that?
It was the Center for Dangerous Animal Control calling with a demand. They said that the orca may have been found not guilty this time, but that if she ever attacked a human again, we would have to put her down.
Put her down? But that's horrible. Did you agree to their demand?
Animals sometimes do attack humans. And of course, humans sometimes do kill animals to protect themselves. If it comes to that, yes, as a veterinarian, I'm prepared to carry out euthanization. Using this poison. Huh? That capsule. It has the same letters on it as the one that was in Orla's stomach. Did Dr. Crab try to kill Orla?
3 Z's. I thought it would just be a sedative, but... I mean, obviously he doesn't know that we picked this up out of the food, but... You'd think if he actually used it to kill the orca subtly, or it was his intent, he wouldn't let us in on what it was, seeing as we clearly didn't know. But that was the Center for Dangerous Animal Control, so they're clearly wrapped up in this. I got to imagine that they're the ones who killed Shipley. That's like my working theory, because no one at the aquarium seems suspicious. Is this your calendar, though? Dr. Crab, isn't this your calendar?
Yes, it's mine. What are you doing with it?
Mr. Rhymes found it in the nap room.
No. Must have forgotten it there when I tried to get some rest.
It sure is a cute calendar. I guess you're crazy about penguins?
Somebody gave it to me, okay? Now please don't tell anybody about it. It's embarrassing. Azura designed this calendar. This one here's a prototype. She designed a calendar for this year, and then she died before it went on sale.
Were you and Miss Summers romantically involved?
What? What gave you that idea?
Your intimate knowledge of the charm, the calendar, I mean, the fact that you get all touchy whenever her death is brought up. She had a secret boyfriend. There's a lot of stuff, actually. It's just that I sensed sadness in your heart when you talked about the calendar.
Of course we weren't romantically involved. I don't believe in romantic feelings.
He looks shaken, though. By the way, did you meet Mr. Shipley at 7 a.m. on July 20th as scheduled?
No. We were supposed to meet, but Jack didn't show up.
Is that really true? Sasha finished cleaning the orca pool room at 6 a.m. If Dr. Crab managed to get in the pool room somehow and meet with the victim, then he would have had the opportunity to kill Mr. Shipley. I mean, I guess I could see a motive for him being that he was just angry at Jack Shipley for letting Azura die under accidental circumstance or whatever, but... I don't know, I just don't get the murder vibes from him, and the Center for Dangerous Animal Control seems such a sketchy thing. I could be way off, though. Maybe it was just DePlume who suggested that it was, they were paying them off and it wasn't actually a thing. But I mean, for all her obnoxious qualities, she is like an investigative journalist or whatever. Please let me ask you one more question, Dr. Crab.
What is it, Mr. Lawyer? You look so grave.
I heard something disturbing from the writer Norma DePlume. He's about to talk about the hush money here.
The Senate demanded that the aquarium put the killer whale down a year ago. Put her down?
But the aquarium owner refused their demand, saying it was an accidental death. But I hardly think a persistent organization like that would just give up and go away. I'm quite sure the power of money helped convince them. What makes you think that? Once a month, the owner and the vet disappeared from this aquarium. And I came to find out that each time a large amount of money was being paid out. She sounded pretty confident in that. I think Ship Shape Aquarium might be keeping some kind of secret. And that it has something to do with the recent murder. Oh, damn, Morlocks. We're not going to get through these, are we? Figured as much. 5 psyche locks?
That writer. She just has to stick her nose in everyone's business. Son of a gun. Should have dealt with it all more carefully.
How am I ever going to remove all those locks? Huh? Is that pearls? Oh no, it's Bobby.
Hold it! Sorry to interrupt, but Prosecutor Blackwell wants Dr. Crab. Detective Fulbright.
You again? You couldn't possibly have any more questions for me.
Well, you see, we're having a little problem. We were going to call the animal keeper as a witness to the prosecution, but he's being very stubborn and refusing to testify. And so we thought we'd ask you to be a witness in tomorrow's trial.
Did you really know? Well, I'm not taking sides. I'll tell what I know, no more, no less.
Seems such a banger, though. They never miss.
That'd be fine. Now, if you would please come along with me.
Looks like we'll have to continue our talk at the trial tomorrow.
I don't know what secret you and this aquarium are hiding, but I'll uncover it if it'll help save Miss Buckler.
Give it your best shot, then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, that was a normal interaction.
It looks like we'll be going up against Dr. Crab in tomorrow's trial.
Bet I'll be one tough customer.
Okay, we better get our evidence organized for tomorrow.
I'll have Athena hold on to the evidence I don't think I'll need in court. Evidence has been reorganized.
Has it really?
Whoa, down to 3 pages. How much did we lose? A whole whack and load. Oh my gosh. And note that they still keep this TV phone. How interesting. All right, well, let's do it then. Ah, you still got the Steel Samurai ringtone. I love that. I love that in each game you like learn that one more person is into it than you thought. Because at the beginning it's basically just Maya. Well, then you have a case with them where there are a bunch of fanatics involved. But then, because Phoenix and Maya are buddies, he gets the ringtone for the second game, doesn't he? And then you learn later that Edgeworth is into it. I don't know, it's just great. I want to know that the judges started watching it in like the 6th game. Hello?
Mr. Wright, I went to Hickfield Clinic.
Apollo, use your indoor voice.
Sorry about that. Anyway, I found out a lot, so I want to tell you right away. It turns out that the mysterious sleeping capsule is a powerful sleeping drug. Apparently the brand name is 3Zs.
Okay, yeah, it says 3Zs right on it.
And they said the Ship-Shape Aquarium vet recently bought a large quantity from them.
The vet? Dr. Herman Crab.
3Zs is supposed to be for people, but Dr. Crab told them it would work on other mammals like orcas and dolphins too.
So Dr. Crab's euthanization poison was actually sleeping pills? When Orla almost drowned today, was it because she'd been given sleeping pills? I mean, I assume because you found them in her stomach and she fell unconscious. Right, okay. It's sleeping pill, not some kind of poison. Okay, so that was what sort of we had guessed at earlier, I think. Interesting.
And I found out more than just about that capsule. Dr. Hickfield himself gave me some information. Shape Aquarium has had someone on their staff named Azure Summers, right?
Yeah, the one who died a year ago.
Well, Azure Summers was getting a certain medication from Hickfield Clinic last year. The same heart medication as Sasha Buckler.
Really? Azure Summers had the same heart condition as Sasha. Nice work, Apollo.
Thank you. We'll be coming back to the office soon.
So maybe they actually were sisters. If that's true, what's with the different names? You know, they don't really look anything alike. Sorry, I just for a moment there, my brain just went into a wild conspiracy theory. I was like, she looks a bit older than Sasha, and even though they said that she was only a year older, what if she was like 20 years older, and then that's why she and him were a thing, because they were about the same age. And then one of them, I just kept going, and then it spiraled, and then I got to rein it back and hang on. That doesn't make sense. But it does seem like it would be a weird coincidence that they have the same heart medication. Nice work, Apollo. Thank you. We'll be coming back to the office soon.
Okay, Trissy and I'll be here.
Heck yeah. Well, we better get back to the office and get ready for tomorrow.
What are you going to do?
Sorry. What are you going to do, Pearls?
I thought I'd stay overnight here and be with Orla and Rifle. I'll be ready for a telecast during the trial tomorrow. Good luck to both of you.
Oh, right, they have an Admiral. I was like, where are you gonna sleep?
Thanks, Pearly. That way when we prove Sasha's innocent, she can see Orla right away.
Wait, what? How does that at all help her being able to see Orla right away? I don't know. I'd love to see Sasha and Orla back together again, both free and clear. Before that can happen, I have to prove Sasha's innocence. To be continued. I forgot it shows up in this corner. I was looking in the wrong corner. Yeah! Well, shucks, I was kind of hoping we would get to the trial properly today, but in this episode, in fact, but we've just run out of time, unfortunately. So, looks like it'll be next episode, but that's okay with me, because I'm so ready for it. Yes, I'm playing Ace Attorney again. It's been like a week since I played it properly, because I played it when I was like episodes 22 and 23, but I was like sick then, so it wasn't as fun. Because I was trying to do the voices and it was having a really hard time. Now that I'm feeling better, the game is more enjoyable. So anyway, that's why I'm saying it feels like I haven't played it in like a week, which is just way too long to not play it. Alright, gonna leave it there then. Next video on the channel is gonna be some more Yume Nikki. We're on fire in that game. We've averaged about 2 effects an episode, so hopefully we can keep that up. We've got a number of different places to explore, quite critically. Must explore them as soon as possible. And next time we'll be back here in the trial. So I reckon it'll be, I have the vibe it'll be like a one-parter trial, you know? We'll swoop in there and we'll just kind of cleave through it all without making a single mistake. That's what well, you know what? I hope we do make a mistake or two. It's much more satisfying when you make like 1 or 2 mistakes. Like there's a point where it's like, oh, I have like 2 or 3 ideas of what it is here. That's way more satisfying than getting it immediately or getting it only after presenting everything. It's much more satisfying when you grapple with it and you're like, oh, there are a few ideas that make sense here to me. I have to pare it down and like weigh them. Thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one or some other thing, some other time, any old time. I'll see you around.
Peace!
If all I had to do was blow up all the stuff that was over there, and now that we're men. Maybe you could have done that with the upgraded sponge bowl. That's what we were meant to do there. I sort of assumed it would be like the one in 2,000 miles where you have to do